Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Nakhon Ratchasima province, or Korat as the Thais call it. Anyway, we're going to take a look at an old Khmer sanctuary here that was built probably in the 10th or 11th century. We're going to look at Prasat Phanom Wan. This is a small little temple. It's not overly huge, but it's just outside of the town, so it's pretty quick and easy to get over here and take a look at. I came over here about a year and a half ago or so, and they were doing a little bit of renovation, so I kind of want to see what's going on. And what's cool was when I came in, they're actually clearing another temple that's to the east of here. There was guys out there working and clearing off the brush and stuff like that. So maybe I'll stop over there and take a look at it if possible. But anyway, let's walk through here and let's look at Prasat Phanom Wan and see what we see. This will be a pay site. It's 50 baht for foreigners and 10 baht for Thais. And right over here is where you pay. And right here's the ticket booth. So it's 50 baht for foreigners and 10 baht for a Thai. And over here they have a little building that shows some pictures and stuff of the restoration. So let's walk in here and let's see what it looks like. They have all the little pieces of sandstone and laterite stone out here under the trees that they're not using in the restoration. Now they believe this was built actually on a prehistoric site that goes back to 500 BC. And then it was built upon, renovated under King Juriman VII in the 12th, 13th century. And the entrance faces towards the east. It's a kind of a similar style, almost the same as Phimai, but Phimai's entrance I believe is not towards the east. Yeah, the little sandstone pieces over here, some of them you find some real treasures. You see little figures that are carved and weathered, and you can see all the drill holes in these pieces of sandstone. Now I don't know if they quarried all this sandstone at Sai Khao. That was kind of one of the main quarries in this region for the stone castles that they built over here. It was high quality and easy to get to. Over here is just a pile of the debris. So thousands and thousands of man hours to quarry this, chisel it, and it's just kind of stacked over here without a real plan. But it deteriorates and breaks and everything, so not a whole lot can be done. But this is just one of the pieces over here. You can see the intricate carvings all in it, and the drill holes and everything else, and the laterite stones, and some of the other pieces here. Some more carvings, and it's just on this pile over here. You can see some of the other pieces over here. So this looks like it was an uncarved pediment. You can see the drill holes and everything else. And what's cool is you see some of these pieces, they're shaped like kind of like an L, and then they fit together like they have those stacked over there. Here's part of the old moat that would have been around it. And this probably over here was the Gopura, kind of an entrance into the temple. And it looks like they've cleared all this off over here. Let's take a look at these. Yeah, I'm not sure what all this was. Looks like they've stood these stones back up over here. This looks like a pretty wide walkway, if that's what this was here, and more of the debris. What we have here is a little elevated building. You can see they have the laterite stone base, and then they put the bricks on top of the laterite stone. So I don't know if this was Ayutthaya era that they built on top of the old Khmer shrine. And then you see a couple of the little pieces up there. You can see the little stone pillars that they had, and then these here, you can see the carvings in it. There's no stairs into it, but they would have had an image sitting right there, and all the brick. And the styling here, probably Ayutthaya, I would say. And there's tons of bricks, just debris and everything else out here amongst the trees. And a little bit more of the moat. I was wanting to see if they lined it with the laterite stones, but I don't see that anywhere here. All right, let's go into the ruin itself now. We kind of looked around. There is a modern Buddhist temple right over there. And they're probably doing a ceremony. I can hear a little bit of music playing and stuff like that. And then that little ruin that I just found is over on the other side of that. And here's some of the huge blocks. Kind of cool how they carved them like a giant L, and then they would have set the other stones on top of it. This is looking into the temple. Very, very nice. You can see the white sandstone that they used there. And I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but there is that music. It's playing so loud over there. And then we have a crane over here. That's what they've been using to do all the restoration. You can see the new sandstone that they put around the doors and propped up where the lintel and stuff would have been. And all those pieces are missing there. And they put brick in here also to kind of shore this up. The sandstone is cracked and stuff like that. You can see where they've been doing the restoration there. And then all of this is uncarved. It would have been carved probably back whenever it was new. I don't know if they didn't leave it like half completed or not. Some of the temples that Juriman VII built, because they added onto this, some of his stuff was stopped. And so I don't know if this was also one of those. Yeah, this is looking right down the entryway. So you would have came in the little gopura here, and that would have been carved. That would have been a lintel. And this would have went up into like a little prong. Would have had the false windows and false doors and everything. But you would have came right through here, and there would have been like a little shrine and stuff, probably like a Shiva linga here. And then this would have been the little gallery or the little cloister, the little walkway around. And you would have been able to go straight into the building with the image. And you can see here, there is a little bit of the lintel that's left. So I believe this was Hindu originally, and then they converted it into Buddhism later. You can see the holes where they drilled for the stones that would have been standing up. And these are all new here with the lintel. I don't know if that's Vishnu right there. I would say it probably is. And then let's look inside of here. So this will be a new image standing inside of here. And all of this has been completely restored. So they have two new figures there. And all the drill holes and everything in that sandstone. Yeah, really nice. Yeah, the Khmer didn't use a true arch when they built these. They did kind of like a faux arch where it doesn't support weight equally. And then this is the image that's in here. And this is all new, so this is not the original. You can see how this is constructed with that corbelled arch style. And then they had these right here. So they used these stones and they carved them, and these were in the windows. That was their styling. And they drilled the sandstone there on the bottom and on the top for these pieces. Yeah, really fantastic. So you go past it, and then they have some plexiglass here. I don't know what it's covering. I don't know if this is a little bit of the old Khmer script in there. Yeah, it is. You can just make out a little bit of the old Khmer script in the plaster work there. Oh, that's cool. And then we have a sleepy dog right here. He's found a perfect spot. And this has all been restored here. You can see where they cut the 45 in the stones for the top of the door jambs. And then this is this is the center prong here. Oh, it is very, very tall. And I saw where they put that lotus bud back on the top with a crane. Oh, this is really cool. And so we have another image over here. And then you can see the little basin down below, those little pedestals that the image is set on. So they would pour water on it, and then there would be a drain to take that water out. And there would have been probably another one of those over on this side. And it looks like there's some more of the old Khmer script. This is actually in better shape here. Yeah, this is in really, really nice shape. I can't make heads or tails out of it. I don't understand one single letter, but there's a lot of it. So the historians have analyzed all the writing, the people that can read that. And so they can date these temples, and they know who the leaders were. They know quite a bit about the history of the region from these. And then this is looking out around that center prong. And these are all added on. These were like Ayutthaya era stuff here. And this is looking down where we came. So you see how they carve those stones right there over the little walkway? And then that would have went up to a prong. And then you can see some of the original right there. So there's some of the old Naga, and then the new ones that they haven't carved yet. Oh, that's really, really nice. And then we go out towards the west here, I believe. You can see the little walkway. That would have all been covered. And then this would have been probably a library here. And you can see all the windows, just so much stone that they carved and brought in here. Really, really amazing. And this is a nice look at that center prong. You got a couple trees growing on it. And that's the little lotus flower. That's all sandstone right there at the very, very peak. So the old days, they hoisted that up there somehow. I have no idea how they did it. But they had a way that they used probably block and tackle system with the elephants and everything else to raise it up. But still, it would have been an amazing feat. You can see this image here. So all this has been restored, all the lintels. And you can see the Naga up there. And then they'll recarve probably this pediment after they get everything done. So you can see the carvings over there. And then where it was broken. And then all the little columns in the windows and stuff. And then they added all these other little buildings inside of here. You can see where they've used some of the sandstone and then the brick. Yeah, really a cool little site. This one here, most people don't know too much about it. Everybody skips it whenever they go over towards Buriram or the Phimai. But this one here is definitely worth your time to come and take a look at. I had no idea about the function of many of these little buildings. You can see over there where it's all been restored. And what's interesting is they always did this, where they had like the Gopura, the entryway. You would come in and then you had to walk down and then climb up some more stairs to go in. But they've added that little wooden bridge there. Yeah, this is really nice how they've restored this. You can definitely see the new bricks up there. So those are all the pediments, and they've used a little bit of the old pediment right there the best they could. And these are all new pediments that are uncarved. And then they've incorporated some of the old stones. So that would have been a humongous jigsaw puzzle. But that lotus up at the very, very top is the original. Oh, that's fantastic. And the laterite base, where they drilled them so that they could move them. And then you have the sandstone on top of it. And this is kind of a crude stairwell that they've put here, but you can still access the site this way. And this is the little walkway. They have it blocked off so you can't walk around it. Well, you can see the amount of sandstone that they used. And then this looks right through the window at the main prong. And you can see where they carved this right here for those little stone columns that they would have used. And this piece up here would have had it also, but this is a new piece that's not carved. So there would have been a mirror of those holes for those stone columns. You can see the outer walkway here with the center prong. And then this would have been the Gopura here in the middle of the wall. Lots of the new stones they put up, plus the old ones that they've tried to use the best they can. And then right over that way is the new temple. And then they got some more stones and stuff that they'll put in as they restore it. So over here is the other site that I was talking about. And they call this the Non Orapim ancient site. And there's a bunch of laterite stone here that's been carved. This would have been like an entrance, and then this would have been all carved. And this is quite weathered, these old pieces of laterite stone. And you can see here they carved it. This would have been notched for beams to go to the left and the right. So the deal is with this was the resting site. So the king would have came here and he would have rested in this building whenever he went over to Phnom Penh to pay homage. And then there goes one of the old Thai farm equipment, the I-10. Those are cool little rigs. And you can see here the laterite base. So this is a rectangle, and this would have had the entrance on the east. And this is east of Phnom Penh. That's the new temple is right between it. But this is quite cool here. Oh, this is really nice. You got some dogs barking, and then those are the worker guys over there that are here clearing this brush off. Yeah, this was a pleasant little surprise. I've been here before and I never even knew this building existed. Yeah, you can see how they carved all that laterite stone. And then this looks like the wall. And this would have been an open area here in the middle. And I don't know how they would have had the roof or anything else like that. It's just kind of down to the base, hard to see. Yeah, that's really cool. Glad I came over here and took a look at it. And that's the modern temple there, and then Phnom Penh is right on the other side of it. That'll finish up our video over here at this Prasat Phanom Wan. This is a cool temple. I really like it. It's cheap enough to get in, 50 baht for a foreigner. It's worth an hour or so of your time. It's not too far from town. You're probably like 30 minutes or so away from town to get over here. It's an easy drive over here. You could rent a motorcycle if you're in town and come over here and take a look at it. I would recommend it. If you're definitely interested in the region's history, this is a little bit of it, and I've enjoyed it. I've been here before and I'll come here again. I really like it. So hopefully you did. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and then you get to see some more of the content that I post. And if you're curious about it or have any questions, ask me in a comment down below, or if you've been here, tell me what you think. And if you know more than me, if I forgot to say some things, tell me in a comment also. That way people that watch the video can learn a little bit more. But anyway, until next time, from over here in Nakhon Ratchasima, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.